Good afternoon. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. My name is Mike Dotson. I'm the chairman of the healthcare division for the Fort Bend Chamber. And on behalf of the 5-star accredited chamber, we want to welcome everybody to this webinar. Before I introduce our speaker, I want to call everyone's attention to the chat feature. If you have questions, go ahead and post them in there. And as Ms. Brunett concludes her presentation, we will address in the chat and in the Facebook Live. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Ms. Cindy Brunett. Cindy is a project manager at Texas State Technical College and has been with them since 2012. She received a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration from Purdue and an Associate's in Applied Science from the Texas State Technical College. She has completed the Paraprofessional Academy Region 14, and Cindy specializes in delivering training programs available for business representatives and is here to share information on these programs. So please go ahead and join me in welcoming Ms. Brunett. And with that, Cindy, I will let you take it from here.
Thank you, Mike, for that introduction. And I want to thank Juliet and Joy, our project manager down in the Fort Bend area, for putting this event together. I appreciate this. I think this is a very good information session, and I hope everybody enjoys their lunch while we discuss how we can help the Fort Bend area. Next slide. We got the Let's talk about grants. Currently, TSTC has 10 locations, including the Fort Bend area. We have been, across the state, been given the opportunity to apply for these funds through Texas Workforce Commission. The different types of grants are the SDF, the COVID-19, and the SSB. The grant provides training through state-funded skill grants, ensure that your current and new workers stay up to date to keep your business competitive and trained with your skills and industry it requires. This is open to all industries, small and large, business, healthcare, manufacturers. These opportunities are open to everyone in that type of industry. The grant is for new and existing employees. With these grants, you can upskill your employees to benefit your company, including the COVID-19 related training. These funds can be used for your incumbent, for those who are laid off, or those for new workers. We also have different platforms that we can deliver the training. As COVID-19 is changing the way we deliver, way we work, the way we deliver, we have moved everything to an online platform. However, we are capable, if your industry or your business needs us to be on site, we have that way of delivering that type of training as well. So who is eligible for this grant? Next slide. For those who pay the Texas unemployment tax and those who have a Texas tax ID number registered through the state are eligible for this course. If your home base is in Texas and you have a companies throughout the state, but you also have companies in Louisiana and Oklahoma, you are eligible for those funds. However, if your home base and you pay taxes at your home base, whether it's in Louisiana or Oklahoma, but you have sites here in Texas, you are not qualified for those funds. Those who are eligible inside your industry or your business, or everybody, all your employees, full-time employees can participate. Owner of the company sometimes cannot be in part of the training. However, because of the COVID-19 challenges, the guidelines that the TWC has got us, we have made some exception depending on the job description of the owner. It goes from all the way from your front office, your assembly line, your warehouse, and your leadership. All industries can apply for this grant if they meet the eligible requirements. What do we offer? Well, TSCC offers for many courses on the credit side and workforce training. We have partnered up with many vendors to provide the quality training. We also have really good instructors that can deliver any type of training that gears around your industry. As we know, COVID-19 has changed the practice of the business in many ways. Everyone is working with limited budgets, working online, at the same time trying to follow the CD guidelines. TSC is offering these classes and more to help your business bring the employees to a safe and healthy environment. Not only does TSC offer these classes, but we offer courses that to be better for the safe and health and management of your business. So what do we offer? Well, if you're in the healthcare industry where you're doing coding or billings, we can come in, we have partnered up with PMI to focus on your medical profession and staff. So we can, when COVID-19 rolled out, there wasn't a code how to insurance. And when we collaborated with PMI, we found out that the COVID-19 bundled helped a doctor's office to upskill their front office receptions, their back office billing, to understand how to bill for COVID-19. Not only do we have classes for that, but we also have how to, some HIPAA laws, your FERPA, whatever pertains to medical practice, we can upskill your employees. We also partner up and deliver leadership classes. Again, COVID-19 is changing the way how we manage our remote workers. A lot of us, including TSCC, a lot of us are working remotely. So how do you work remotely and return back to work to a safe and healthy environment? How do you work with team, how to organize your team remotely, how to manage the stress, how to collaborate online, how to do time management, team success, customer service to customer service. Those are type of leadership classes that we can tend to your front office, to your supervisors, to upskill them, to get them up to par on what for your industry. So how do we work the back end of your business? Well, we can help that too. If you have your manufacturing line, that Coca-Cola or the manufacturers of warehouses and assembly lines, well, how do you keep those items clean? How do you eliminate waste? How do you do contact tracing? How do you keep industrial hygiene up to skills, up to date? And we keep up to date with everything that we can think of as far as how to keep you operating. We have a lot of business that are struggling right now to either keep their employees or to keep the plant running, and we're here to help you make your business better. And we think we found a way to help you by applying for these grants. Well, how do we apply for the grants? The application. The first thing you're going to do is probably reach out to one of us. And I know in the chat there's a link that also goes to our website that gives us more information about what we offer. But we also, once you contact one of the executive directors or project managers in the Fort Bend or any area where there's TSTC, we will start the process of your application. We will work with you to make sure the SOC codes for the job titles and wages for your employees qualify. We make sure your tax ID number is correct. We go through the steps with you. You're not alone in this process. We have project managers who are very experienced and have been working this process for the last 6 months. And we've been doing this grant training for years, but with the COVID-19 grant, we've been on top of it as much as we can to help the business in this process. We also will send you a TSCC registration form. Each employee who is going to participate in any training that you feel that needs to be trained will need to fill out a registration form, and that is including their social security number on the form. I know that's a scary thing. A lot of people look at that and go, ooh, I don't want to do that, I don't want to provide that. Well, here's what we can do. If you know how to password protect, we highly recommend that you project or password protect your information to us. If you don't know how, we've come with companies that struggle with this. We work with you. We figure out, we explain how, when, where, Microsoft Word or Excel. We help you how to figure that out. You're not alone in that process. Once we get everything filled out, the application is then submitted. TWC will review it. will check your SOC codes on all your employees, your wages. They also will make sure that you're eligible for the grant as a whole. Once we get the approval, it usually takes about 2 to 4 weeks. We've been averaging sometimes 48 hours, but that's different circumstance, but we've been averaging about 2 to 4 weeks to get the approval. Once we get the approval, we will sit with you, we'll figure out a schedule, and once we get that schedule in place, we would like to start training within 30 days. I do want to let you know on the courses offered, I didn't explain, if there is something else that your industry needs, if it's not COVID-19 related, we can here help. So if you wanted something for your leadership of a supervisor, how to work remotely, but you need a basic electric for your warehouse, your assembly line, we can combine courses that will fit the need. It doesn't necessarily has to fit all the way around COVID-19, but how do we keep your employees upskilled and still running during this time? So I just want to bring that up, that, you know, we offer other courses through TSCC that we can deliver, and that necessarily has to be those items that I addressed earlier. On the next slide, if you are interested, Victor Baylock is the Executive Director of Workforce Training down in Fort Bend, and Joy Stevenson is the Project Manager. And if you're in that area, you can contact them. They can help you with the process, get you started. If you want more information, just want to be contacted, there is this link in your chat, in the message board, you can click on, and you can fill out the information, and that will be sent to someone within TSDC Workforce, and we will follow up with you and get you started on the application process, or find out if you're eligible, what other courses we offer. We're here to help your business keep running, keep business going, and keep your employees safe and healthy. At this time, if anybody has any questions or concerns, I think we're open for discussion. I'm here, like I said, we have email, we have links, and we have forms that y'all can fill out if you're interested in for more information.
Hey, Cindy, I have 2 questions. Is there a specific deadline to apply for these courses? Is there a date that these will begin, or is it just as applications are received, the course will be tailored to that company?
Very good question. So how we do this, once we get the application and both parties agree that we have completed the application, we have the correct information, we send it to TWC for approval. Once we get that approval, we'll sit down with the company and figure out when is a good day to start the training. And we know life happens. We can say, you know, within 30 days, you're approved. We're going to start September 1st. We're going to start training. Life happens. You've got high production going on, and you need to shut down the plant because maybe there's an equipment failure and you need to pull people out of training. We can accommodate schedules and fit. We tentatively make a schedule around what your schedule is. We're that flexible to make sure that we deliver what is good for you guys on your time.
Okay, great. And one other question, if we received other funds, does that affect our eligibility?
If you've already received funds from TWC, that means you've already applied, so it does. However, I would suggest let us know and what kind of funds that you did apply for, because there's a lot of funds happening out there. And so just get in contact with us and we'll figure out what kind of funds you did apply for, and maybe you still are qualified. But normally if you've already applied for funds, if your business already applied for funds in another area in working with another college or another entity, then you're probably not eligible to get funds through us.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. And I will also send out an email to everyone on this after the event. And if there's any other questions, there's an email address on your screen now for Victor Blaylock, and he can assist you with further questions if there's no other further discussion now. Any other questions?
All right. So the chamber would like me to call attention to a few dates. August 27th at noon, Senator Colhorst is doing a session on coronavirus implication for the 87th Texas legislator. And then on the 16th, there's a State of the County with Judge KP George at 11:30, both Zoom webinars. Finally, a big thank you to our speaker. That was a lot of great information, and we really appreciate you, Cindy. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
everybody that's tuned in. So I'll say stay safe, stay calm. We'll see you next time. Everybody have a great day.
Thank you.